Don't park your spirit. Find the path beyond harmony.
We are so powerful as beings. Nothing can tell you your path except for you. Once you start on this path, you can't turn around. Don't park your spirit there. You did it. You chose it. That's what you wanted. Because every choice you make affects your life. If you believe it, things are going to work for you because they parked their spirit. Wherever you go, there you are. So I said in the first video, I was going to challenge you if you think you receive guidance and that you follow through with it, because you might. But the thing is, we don't get to pick and choose what guidance we follow. So when we came here to be human beings, we set ourselves up this path that we were going to walk down. And along the way, we would get little nudges to go do really random things. And if you listen to those little weird nudges and you do that weird thing that came out of nowhere, it's going to open a door to something down there. And then it's going to open another door. So each one of these little nuggets is a trail of breadcrumbs that we've left ourselves. And when we go for whatever the guidance is, whatever we're urged to do that comes from something bigger than us, then it's going to take us to another place. Like when I was guided in October of 2019 to stock up on canvas, I don't paint, or I didn't, and I had no idea why. It all became so clear when I was in a lockdown because of a pandemic. It was the thing I did for the entire pandemic. If I did not have that art to do, I've got a lot of energy. You know, it would have been a different outcome, but I don't have to worry about that because I follow guidance. So I followed guidance when I went to Sedona and I met this person, and this person and I immediately, it was like, oh my God, we are supposed to run away together. It was clear as could be. I mean, everything was lined up inside of me, the chakras, the vortex, everything was so perfectly aligned. And then I put the brakes on it. I put the brakes on it, and it turned out that those brakes were also intended guidance because of the outcome in the end. But literally, I was ready, and I've already done this. I walked away from a 25-year marriage and relationship, 25 years of where I lived and raised my daughter and was a member of the community, and a 25-year career in radio. I just knew I had to walk away from all of that. And it's huge to do that. You won't do it. You can't do it. So many of us can never do that because when you think about it, the guidance that you're getting right now, it involves uprooting your life as you know it. So we came in here, we incarnated as human beings, and we came here to play this game, and we get this guidance as we go along, but we have to act on it. When we don't act on it, we're just going to kind of be stuck in this rut. So this person that I know has met another person, and there's a spiritual connection. I mean, it is just like, you could see it like they've done a dance together. And we never know what capacity. When we meet somebody that we know there's the spirit connection, I think the first time we dive into it is like, oh my God, my eternal love. Well, there's a very good chance you could have gone through many lifetimes together as lovers, or you've probably also been parent-child, neighbors. You could be any combination, but you've done the dance and you've had a closeness in many lifetimes. We don't come through here just to be lovers every time and think that that's all there is. These two friends of mine, they have connected and they have this closeness. One of them is free and available, and the other one has a very big life with family and job and all this stuff. So the natural thing and the thing you're doing is this person is saying, if we only knew, but we can't because I got this thing going on. And that's where I'm like, okay, this is where the conundrum hits, because you got this thing going on that's been going on. And how's that going for you? It's like, okay, well, it's just we do the family way. We got all the stuff that we do because as humans, we have the belief that we need to raise our kids. We need to then raise our grandkids. We have to work for the PTA. We have to get all the retirement. We need the 401k, all this stuff that we think we have to do and have in line as we get older. See, I don't buy into any of those beliefs. I believe in getting younger as I get older, being more fit as I get older, and having more fun and just living the life of my dreams, because that's a choice we get to make. So with these two friends of mine, one of them, it's like they could be a couple, but they could have something really magical that they're supposed to create in business or in something. But because this one has this big life going on, will they ever know? Ironically, sometimes the universe thinks, okay, you need to be doing something, and so the universe will step in sometimes and give you a wake-up call. So my friend over here, out of the blue, unexpected, had a really weird accident. The first thing that came to my mind, I was doing a meditation after this, I said, you are supposed to figure this out. And it's just because we come here, we get guidance, and we're drawn to somebody for whatever reason. Until we explore it, we cannot know. But we need to explore who that person was in our previous incarnations. I mean, why are they here now? Why did we set up in our pre-birth planning that we will meet at this point in our life? But this is where most humans get stuck. This person is like, but if I do go that direction, I'm going to turn all this into upheaval. But the deal is, we came here to play this game. It's going to be upheaval, but they're going to survive. I mean, you're amazing and all that, but you're not their entire world. You go over here, see what that's about. They all go like, everything's an upheaval. And then they even out and they continue on their journeys because they are on their journeys as well. Every single one of us has an individualized journey. But because we partner up and we think we have to be coupledom to do everything for the rest of our lives, we will not follow our journeys. But that's where I stepped off the path and I did things my way, and I don't really care, but it has been a gift of a path to bliss. I mean, by following guidance and saying, bye family, love you, but apparently I got other stuff I got to do with my life. I still have my family. I mean, now my former husband and I, we're going to be best of friends. And my daughter, she can see me following guidance. That is the most important thing, because the gut messages that we're going to get throughout our lives are those things that are going to tell us where we need to be, what we need to be doing, and it's going to open doors for us that never would have opened if we played this safe and secure game. And I've talked about this before, and I talk to people about this probably every day. It's that fork in the road. The one, and I talk about this all the time, when we reach that fork in the road. So there's this person that's a mystery, the unknown, and there's this whole thing that's the known. When you really think about it, which one feels icky? The thing that you do not know, the thing that you cannot possibly know the emotions attached to it, it can't feel icky because it's a curiosity. It's a what if? But the whole other side, it's got that icky feel because you know what's going on there. It's the security. It's to make sure everybody's taken care of. It's the money. It's everything is in a safe place. When you look at it that way, the money, the security, it's the way most people go. 99.9% of people follow the money and the security, but it doesn't feel good. It feels icky. The unknown is curious, but we say no to it all the time because we fear it. And that's where I know in Carolyn Mace's book, she talks about how she was told she had to get to the hospital to interview these police officers that were shot. And then they said, but be careful, you have to go through a riot. In her mind, she didn't know what a riot was. So she said, I pointed closest, I'm going to go from here to here to get to the hospital. On the way, she came into the middle of a riot, but she didn't know what a riot was. It was unknown to her. So when people came and started shaking her car, and she just like went, God, stop this, I've got somewhere to go. They stopped, they went to the car behind her, and off she went. Then when she found out what a riot was, it was like, oh my God, I was in the middle of all that. But that's the unknown side. You don't know it, so it's not going to hurt you. The unknown is the door that's open, that's waiting for you. So I know this sounds nuts, but just think about my friend, like Tenagny. She's up in the mountains, and she received guidance to go hold a man's hand. You would not have done it. Most people would think, are they nuts? I don't know that guy. What would people think? I mean, oh my God, touch a hand. You won't do it. But Tenagny and me, we would get that guidance and say, okay, this person just asked the universe for a sign. She held his hand. That was the sign he needed. That saved his life. One little piece of guidance that most of you say no to. So I want you to think about this as you're getting guidance and as you get these weird whims to go do something that just could not have come from you. First of all, that's when you know it's guidance. something that came from your higher self. Trust it, follow it, and see where it takes you, because it's the beginning of your next step. You got to try some of this stuff. If not, you're going to be doing rinse, repeat for many lifetimes, and you don't want to do that. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.